Yo people, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm joined by JPT. How are you today? I think you're muted.
Sorry, I tried to mute it so the echo didn't affect the music. But I'm doing good. Doing good. How about you?
No, I'm good. And yeah, so um, first first show of WWE on the channel, people. Um, and yeah, so it's not going to be that easy to get all the viewers and stuff, like football content.
Mm.
But we're going to build this empire, and all the WWE people coming on and so forth. But yeah, so of course we saw Raw last night. Right, really interesting show. So if I'm just going to quickly, so yeah, so it started off with Bianca Belair kick, kicked off the episode of Raw, Oscar and Alexa Bliss, and called out Bailey and Damage Control, saying that her teammates will be there at Extreme Rules to keep Io, Io Sky and Dakota Kai in check. So yeah, it it's a bit of a boring way to start Raw. I think most people have come to as accepted the fact that WWE is going to have the show's most likely not going to start off with a cliffhanger and something like that to catch your attention straight away. So I think that's one reason. But what did you think of like the Bianca Belair, the first segment of Raw?
Um, it was okay. I mean, the first segments are not usually the most exciting because I think they use it for filler to just make sure people are still coming in. It just show just started, so people are running late. But the match was good. I liked the match. But if you're just talking about the promo and the speaking itself, I mean, it's also to get the match settled for Extreme Rules, where Bailey is going to take on Bianca for the women's title, Raw Women's title, uh, and now established in a ladder match, which I thought it was going to be good. It's going to be a good pay per view from the looks of it so far, but the promo itself is just kind of it was kind of funny. It was Bailey saying the only reason why she couldn't or she that Bianca has the titles because she wasn't there, and then Bianca corrects her saying, "Actually, you were here when I won the Royal Rumble, when you came back when I won the title." So it just kind of made Bailey look kind of silly, but that was all right. The match was good to what I thought.
Yeah, I didn't watch the match. Like I said, I didn't watch Raw. I'm just reading of the article what they are saying and stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, of what I've read, um, Belair mostly had control of the match, but at the end, uh, what's it? Sky just uh, just went on a madness and Belair, Bianca
Bianca.
almost um, almost lost, but Bianca got the win. I think I don't know what the picking order is, but currently, but I think um, it's it's a decent matchup to start the show, and yeah. But what would you give the rating of the match. A, B, C, D,
Um,
so forth.
probably
like a C plus. It was the reason. I mean, the match was good. These two can wrestle. I mean, they go back to NXT days. They were great. It just seemed like the match wasn't taken seriously. As soon as it started, it went to commercial, and then the first thing they do when they come back to commercial is that they show Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa coming to the arena. So it just kind of seemed like they just kind of put the women's match in the back burner, but it ended off well. I mean, yeah, Bianca won. It was a kind of an exciting ending where uh, Bianca takes out Damage Control, so Dakota Kai and Bailey from the outside, and then she goes and throws in Io, and actually no, it was. Oh yeah, Io was trying to go for a springboard move, and then of course Bianca, being the strong woman she is, she's being like the female powerhouse, counters it to a KOD, and it was a good finish. Now, if you see these two like in a pay-per-view match or a premium event or premium live event, it will be probably better. But just being it's the opening match for a Monday Night Raw, I don't think it was ever going to be taken too seriously. And they didn't even linger on it too much. But we do have the match set up for Bailey and Bianca ladder match, Extreme Rules. That one's going to be a good
That's
one.
going to be a good match, definitely. And both women are excited. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now, of course, after that, I personally, I will give it a B. Um, yeah, of what I've read, it seemed like a uh, good matchup and good. Now the uh, next part was Monsieur was of course backstage. Said that he knew Dominic was being manipulated. He was going to take his anger out on Seth Rollins in the ring tonight. So of course, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio uh, is really what can you say? He's betraying his father. It's like they're going for that storyline, and Rhea Ripley is back to a main storyline because she del- she deserves so much credit, so much so. That's it. Now, Miz had his own
Yeah.
private security team called Miz Force, and he trained him to defend the A-lister from Dexter Loomis. We all know how that ended. Um, but yeah, Seth Rollins was out next and said, even though it would be his first time in the fight pit, eventually be cleared king of the fight pit, and after defeating Riddle. So he just said, is Seth Rollins still that heel character, or has his character changed since last time?
No, he's still a heel. No, he's a heel.
Uh,
He's a great heel right now. He has.
yeah,
I mean, we all knew he was gonna.
Emmanuel.
He's better off as a. Yes, the song when he comes on, he has the crowd with him the whole time, singing along. It's always cool to see. Um, but yeah, it's. I mean, as far as for the match goes with Seth and Ray, I mean it was good. You don't when you see Ray, you're gonna expect okay, yes, the lucha high flying stuff, but that's what Seth is also good in. This man can do it all, uh, with a bad knee, with a good knee. But yeah, the storyline revolving around they each have their own thing going on with Seth with Riddle, and then Ray with Judgment Day and his son betraying him. It just kind of lets you. I mean, you kind of see that there was going to be some type of involvement from either one of them, and most likely it was going to be Dominic because that's what he did. Uh, what was it last week when I think Dominic was trying to get Ray to hit him with a chair and just wouldn't do it. No, well, that's what happened again. But I don't know if you want to go into more detail about the match or give a quick recap.
So yeah, what you have touched on. So the match, of course, it was a decent match. Both had the moments in the match. Our Ray sent Rollins out of the ring um, through a sunset flip. Oh no, there's sunset flip. I can't speak today. And then Rollins sent him
Hmm.
outside. Yeah. And ringside was of course Dominic Mysterio, and he came out of a steel chair. Rollins was a bit scared. He saw Dominic approaching him, but then it was just like he patted him on the back, and then they headed to the break, right, where something else happened. But just all thoughts of the first part of the match before the commercial break.
It was good. Like it was a good back and forth. This is where like I don't know if it was just from work, but it's just like where my starting to get a little tired and I was picking in and out. But um, I just remember just seeing like it was getting a little physical. Seth did get busted open. I just don't remember if it was before or after the commercial break, but you just see he's bleeding from his forehead a little bit. Um, and then but yeah, it was you just had to wait for Dominic to be involved or hope that for some reason Riddle was going to come out to interrupt either one of them. But so far, I mean, the first half of the match, yeah, it was good before the commercial break. I mean, overall, the match was good, but I don't know if you want to go into the second half of the match.
Yeah, but before, of course, while the commercial break was going on a QR code that was teasing the White
Mhm.
Rabbit popped up. Um, what is your basically thoughts around the White Rabbit and what's going on with that storyline?
I love these like Easter egg vignette little hints. It gets the crowd it gets the audience, everyone involved. But I think the way they did the marketing with this was genius because um, I look at what happened with AEW with Tony Khan is just throwing money at for music rights to play for entrance music or for a big moment. But WWE has a way around it where you can play music in stadiums in arenas because as long as it's not televised, you're fine. So they let the crowd do the marketing for them, and now there's an appreciation for Jefferson Airplane again. If you look at Jim Cornette and his friend Brian, uh, they hate the thing. I mean, they always hate anything that's not from the 1980s. So I'll just leave it at that. Um, but just for people to keep looking around, digging up, everyone's like an investigator. Uh, it's not surprising, but Bray is taking it to a whole nother level because he went from uh, spooky, like vague speech, and then people would have to clip it together, and you'd be like, "Oh, from promos from the past 2 months, it means something." If you organize it a certain way, now it's okay. You're gonna really have to look at what we put out there, look at the QR code, look at what the zip code means, what this coordinates means. It's a game. It's like a augmented reality thing going on. It's very. I don't know if you're too familiar with this, but it's very reminiscent of when people on YouTube are fans of this analog horror sort of thing. So people look at uh, was it the Mandela catalog sort of stuff or the back rooms. It's it just seems like he knew where he was gonna hit like his audience, but from from different sides. One for the game side, one from the old music side, and then the mystery side. And now it's just blown up to we don't. It's gonna be Bray. If it's not Bray, it's gonna be a major letdown. But either way, it was well done. But it's now there's so many hints of what it could be. People are thinking it's gonna be. It can mean Edge. It could mean Aleister Black coming back after leaving AEW. Um, I'm trying to remember another name that Karrion Kross, the Demon Balor coming back. It's Bray. It has to be Bray. Did you happen to look at the codes or the hints from this episode?
Uh, I have, yeah. I have yeah the code and stuff. Let me just.
I mean,
Okay, so yeah.
yeah,
They were.
it's gotta be.
Yeah, I got the stuff that was in there. I don't know how the QR was it normal QR code or what was on the QR code.
So the QR code led you, from what I understand, because I watch it through a stream, so it doesn't show like everything, and also messes up every now and then. But apparently, the QR code led to a TikTok video where it's a bunch of wrestlers cut up to form a sentence. Did you happen? So you didn't see it yet?
So yeah, I think then it's that clipping together various uh, s- stars saying who killed the world, you did, video aid. I think that is yeah.
Yeah.
They said that yeah.
And then it
Wait,
ends with
let me just.
the 40701, and that's what I
Uh,
think people gets
yeah,
people very intrigued. The
but yeah, the title of the
once you throw
site
in.
site read 90YWG, which is an
Mhm,
nod to this Friday SmackDown on September 30th from
mhm.
uh, Winnipeg, Canada. The
Winnipeg, that's right.
YWJ is also an acronym for the Winnipeg Airport, which teaches I can't speak figures to be advertising for the upcoming Raw SmackDown until the White Rabbits debut on September 30th. Oh, so yeah,
Right. I don't think
and
that
to all the
they're gonna debut him.
yeah, I don't think so. I just think that that is what this article thinks. But yeah, towards the end of the clip, the numbers read 40701. A simple search leads to the Baymont Hotel by Wayne, I don't know, Wyndham, which is also Brace Wyatt, Wyndham, Roland, I don't know, I don't know, speak English words, but yeah. Um, 40701 is also the zip code to to Corbin, Kentucky. I almost said Baron Corbin. The clip also
But that
includes
was
the
one of the
coordinate,
hints too.
and it's 44.24273, comma 7.769737 to lead to the giant pink bunny and Prata uh, Rosova Never Soa, Italy. Another clue was revealed on the White Rabbit Records YouTube channel. Channel displayed the zip code 04062, the zip code to Windham, Maine. Let me share my screen, then you guys can read for yourself.
Mhm.
Um,
And this is what really got my attention. I was like, okay, they throw a lot of red herrings out there but they did say that why Corbin, Kentucky, and everyone's like thinks it's okay, Baron Corbin, but it's not going to be Baron Corbin. It's going to be that I think that was one of his last matches in WWE was against him. There was some reason behind it, but yeah, let's see. The White Rabbit, yeah.
yeah,
Forbes.
today. You can read for yourself. So
It's just really well done. Definitely has Bray's fingerprints on this, and it's
definitely,
fun. It's good to finally
but
see him. It's good to finally him be involved again.
it is the screen. So yeah, but now, so that's basically what happened, and what's the screen thing is. At says Bray Wyatt is a white rabbit. He thinks, yeah, probably. He also says, so I love Steve. What Steve is W is doing with him. So yeah, so you know him. Um, and now back on to the show after the break. Bray of course reversed out of a buck bomb and got a hurricane. Rollins recovered and hit him up there. Uh, and then Bray got the 619 on the apron as Rollins rolled outside. Bray followed him, but Dominic got in his to steal Bray to beat him most of it. I'm going back. You just give your thoughts.
But the match, it was good. Of course, Dominic got involved again. Um, of course, Ray was hesitating, wanting to see. He's gonna do it one of these days, and I'm gonna be there for it. It's gonna be a big pop when Ray finally hits his son with the chair, or he hits him with something. But uh, yes, then of course gets blindsided by Rhea Ripley. Throws him back in the ring. Rest distracted. Uh, Seth sees Ray ready for the stomp, hits him with it, but instead of going for the pin, he submits him with the Peruvian necktie, which I don't know if I've ever seen him use. Which is so if this is the first time, wow, okay, interesting. I think it's a good way to go into the fight pit versus Riddle, being that they're gonna really enforce that the idea of UFC. They even mentioned it in a promo with Damian Priest later on. Uh, After the match was over, it goes backstage to Riddle watching the match, and then Bobby Lashley surprises him, and then imply that again that you have experience in the cage, he does not, and so they're really trying to put the emphasis of UFC type of feel for this match, not just wrestling. So that would be a good one to see for the pay-per-view. Um, but yeah, I think this is gonna lead to something nice. Um, Should we go into the next topic, or the what happened after the match?
Okay. Jay, are you on what are you on the Lashley Riddle one?
Oh yeah, I just spoke about how they were talking about or watching the match, and how Lashley is giving him advice. Also giving him support, saying he has experience in a cage fighting, opposed to Rollins. So there's a type of I don't know if it's a unity or some type of team being formed there too, but uh, Lashley's got Riddle's back. They're gonna go into the fight pit, Riddle Rollins, and that's pretty much it. And then they went to the next segment, which was getting ready for Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah,
And
and
so from there,
just
yeah, if
before
yeah.
um And just before Bobby was hyping up Rodo and Turkington, also a member of the Miss Fools lying on the ground. So that is something that happens later um, in the night. But Gargano and Kevin Owens versus Alpha Academy on Raw. Um, oh yeah, okay, so of course Gargano and Gable, the tag team. Gargano and Kevin Owens and Alpha Academy, Gable and Otis, of course.
Mhm.
It was a decent match. Not really the best. Uh, Not really the best match, but you saw some good stuff in the match. Yeah, at the end, Austin Fury showed up and to try test Alpha Academy and try to eat Gargano with the Money in the Bank briefcase, but was kicked. They instead Gargano rushed Gable in the ring and got his trademark DDT before picking up the win. So yeah, decent match. What do you think of it?
Um, it was good. I mean, definitely got more excited when it was Gargano versus Gable. They're both technical wizards in the ring. You always can see a good chain wrestling going on. It just seemed like Otis was the odd one out for this one. I mean, I do like to see him wrestle. He is a comedic, funny big guy, Rikishi style almost, but definitely was he was gonna be there for like a big like oh my god moment, which was Kevin Owens dropping an elbow onto the announce table with Otis on it, and then have it collapse. Uh, and this was, of course, towards the end where Gargano hit the final beat to beat what is it, Gable. It's interesting that that theory is being involved. I might be missing something because I haven't watched Raw in such a long time. But it's interesting to see Austin Theory going against Gargano because of their ties to NXT when they had a stable the way with him, Johnny, Indy Hartwell, and Kansas LeRae, which we're going to speak about in a second. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But once the match was over, I would give it probably a B minus, maybe. Um, Nothing too crazy, nothing you know that was stood out to me, but it was just like a good I don't know if filler match is the right word, but it just wasn't special. I mean, but it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. So I'll say it's a B minus in my book, like a 7 out of 10, I guess, 6 out of 10 maybe.
Uh, Joseph and Johnny
Yes.
Wrestling and KO wins. Yeah. Um, um, I think after going through the like what's happened night, I think uh, when you need to go, uh, you
Still
need
got
to go.
about like 20 25 minutes.
Okay, okay, cool.
We still got plenty of time.
And okay, now then I'll save it for Saturday. Then we do the good, the bad, and the ugly. Uh, go through the what's happened on the night and was it good, was it bad, and was that ugly. But yeah. And backstage, of course, Finn Balor offered his help to AJ Styles for backup, ringside backup from Judgment. day for his match tonight. Styles rejected the offer. Going to be interesting.
Yeah,
And then
they're really trying to
Fury
push
and
that Bullet
Alpha.
Club narrative.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. Fury and the Alpha Academy were backstage, and Austin got a phone call, but it was meant for Chad Gable. Gabriel put a call on speakerphone, and it turned out to be Braun Strowman challenging him to a match next week. Really, we have seen so many times Braun Strowman just pick up Gable and swing him around. We have seen it so many times. So unless it's going to be different type of match, no, I don't think so. What do you think?
Um, I mean, that match is probably gonna be like maybe a couple minutes long. I mean, I don't know if I'm not surprised if they keep doing it. I'm just surprised that they keep using the same people if that's the case because it's not surprising that they want to make the monster look good so they have someone that knows how to sell, knows how to make it look nasty with when they get beat up and like every move looks like it actually hurts. But I don't know. I have to see what it is. I gotta see if Otis is gonna be involved somehow, or if finally this is where Bray comes out. But like I said, I don't think we're gonna see Bray until maybe close to Halloween time. Which, if I'm looking at my calendar, October 31st falls on Monday. So that's my guess. Where we're gonna see Bray.
Yeah, gotcha. Now the next match was almost versus the promotional talent on Raw. Um, through rookies basically. Um, just basically a match to just get almost a bit more over. Um, not any match, just a squash match. So yeah, uh, that's that's just what I think. Just a squash match it was.
Yeah, I mean it
Yeah,
was.
no.
This is where I started falling more asleep.
Yeah. The Miz was backstage and saw his entire security force lying on the ground before Dexter Loomis snuck up behind him, took him out of the choke hold. Let me play this clip, please. Let me play this clip. Mm. Um, let's go there. Let's see.
I mean, look, this Lewis is creepy or like not like scary creepy, but he's just weird. I love it. He makes it funny.
And then Miz face at the end. He's like, yeah, I know. He's behind me. this he's behind me. Just accepting the fact that he's going to get beaten up.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, the next match was, of course, Candice LeRae versus Nikki Ash. Um, shit name, Nikki Ash. Nikki Ash, should we call her? Um, what they have done
Oh,
character,
and I can't.
and it's just so sad, honestly. She had one of the
Yeah, I mean they have.
best characters in NXT, just carried over.
I mean that was probably like one of the best factions in NXT, Sanity. But once you saw how they broke them up when they promoted them and then what they were trying to do, I was like, okay, this is gonna end quickly. With Eric Young, Nikki Cross. Just remember other people's names, but those are the main two. Alexander Wolf and one other person, but I don't think that fourth person lasted too long. But that's the good thing. I mean, well, first of all, Kansas is already back in WWE is great. Finally she came back after being gone from NXT and debuts on Raw. Kind of a big pop. I don't think many people knew who she was. Um, and to be against Nikki Ash, I think it set up something good because not only did we get to see the debut of Kansas and it was a quick, almost squash match, but you see Nikki, she's upset in the corner, has her face mask off, she's holding it in her hands. I think we might see Nikki Cross come back and Nikki Ash is going to be gone. Nikki Ash was her idea because Vince wanted her to do something more for like kids. What could she do? And she came up with Nikki Ash and it worked. I mean, I didn't like it, but it worked for the kids. Now we're going to see a crazy Nikki Cross back again and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, hopefully. Um, but now, just Vince's bad match. I think it's on about almost this squash match.
Yeah.
But now Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles as honorary Uso. Sami Zayn, of course, coming out and and just basically getting just a straightforward win over AJ Styles. Of course, we know, and what is it? And of course, got some mass. Wait. No, of course. Oh, yeah, it was. Who's who did he get distracted by? Who's that? Um,
Wait, you talking about the other guy, the
AJ.
other person that came
Yeah,
out with Sammy?
yeah,
AJ.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
AJ
not.
got distracted with Solo Sokoa.
Is that his name? Yeah, jeez, I'm not
Yeah,
distracted.
yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
got
that's the
distracted
thing. I mean,
and
that's the
then
third Oos.
yeah. But yeah, then he got distracted. Then Sami Zayn got to win. Just seems like a Vince McMahon match you would see on Monday Night Raw. Somebody distracts him and then gets a win. Um, Not really anything special again happening. Um, but yeah, what thoughts?
Um, I mean, this was probably my favorite match for the night. Um, by the time the main event came in, I was trying to take notes but falling asleep. Like I'm looking at my notes right now and it's half gibberish. But I thought it was good from start to finish. This was definitely my match of the night. Sammy coming out to a pop in his home country, Canada. He's coming out with Solo Sokoa, the third Uso brother, which I'm actually kind of happy he didn't go with whatever Uso because he doesn't want to be known as the third Uso or the little brother. He's doing his own thing. But of course, with the internet, you're gonna find out who everyone is related to somehow. And yes, this match was great. At least I thought it was good from start to finish.
It was a lot of flying, a lot of maneuvers being pulled out. Sammy with his El Generico past, using his Lucha Libre skills. Momentum shifting every now and then. Good commercial break timing with the calf pressure coming right back from the commercial break. And yes, I mean, how did they figure that Solo Sikoa was going to be involved? It looked very scary with, he looked like he was about to
Wait,
mess up
wait,
the
wait.
Styles
Your,
Clash.
your mic is playing up big time.
Oh, but some new one. Does it sound
Try-
better?
No, I think it's rubbing against your jacket.
Oh, there's no
Like,
light.
there's no mic thing here. It's just I can hear you better.
Yeah, now. Okay, now. It's better
So
now.
so we kind of see that Solo was going to be involved somehow, and so after AJ messed up the Styles Clash, it looked like it was unintentional, but I think maybe it's just part of the good acting. Um, and then yes, Solo hits him with the Uranagi onto the apron, and then the Haluva kick, 1, 2, 3, good, and then Judgment Day comes out, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Now Sammy of course defeating AJ. Um, um, now Judgment Day crept up for AJ after the match and Finn smack talked him for a bit before asking him to join them once more. AJ got up to his feet but refused once more for the saber unloaded on him. So what? Judgment Day is a faction of Balor, um, Dominic, and Rhea Ripley
and Damian Priest.
and Damian Priest. Okay. And Rhea got Sue chair and wrapped it around AJ's head before Finn ran at him for a stomp, but then stopped up, saying that they were friends and that's not what friends do. Um, yeah, and then it was Damian Priest versus Matt Riddle, though on Raw. Uh, First, get thoughts on the aftermath that's happened between Judgment Day and AJ Styles.
I think if AJ were to join Judgment Day, it's to kick Finn Balor out. I mean, like I said, they're really trying to push that Bullet Club thing. They even throw the too sweet sign. Just because they've been teasing this for about 7, 6 years now. That when the first time when they like stared each other down after I think it was a number one contenders match or a no, it was to, I think to be number one. Who was going to be the new Universal Champion after Seth Rollins had got injured? And then they had Sammy, and no, they had AJ and Finn just staring right at each other in the middle. The crowd went crazy. Um, they're yelling, chanting at Bullet Club, too sweet. It's going to happen. I just don't know when. But I don't know how to feel for AJ to join a stable like this unless it's to kick out Finn as the leader. Um, I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know what the dynamic is with all of them and to AJ. Like, why are they pursuing him so much specifically?
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I thought the second one was good. I mean, and it's a good way to transition to the next match.
Yeah. For me, I, I agree because why would they have both top actually a few three good solo wrestlers in Damian Priest, Balor, and what do you call and AJ both in a stable. That's doesn't make sense. But yeah, now great transition to Metro vs Damian Priest, of course. Uh, both of them good wrestlers. I like Damian Priest and Metro. I just don't like the bro character.
Mm.
But uh, um, match, I think most exciting matches. Um, and yeah, after watch it. Uh, Oh yeah,
Repeat the
Priest got
question again.
uh, Priest got a near fall Riddle and well just chokes but missed the RKO were tried for the RK again, but a distraction so Priest take him down, got to roll up and Riddle got free count before Judgment Day attacked him. So Riddle won. No, he got he didn't win. Hmm?
Yeah, Riddle won.
Did he? Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm re-
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I fell
yeah,
asleep
I'm
at this
reading.
match, but I remember waking up to that.
Yeah, he won, and then Judgment Day just attacked him, and Edge came out to make the save and clear the ring before getting Mark and saying, "No matter what he's put through, Red or Superstar always come back." We challenged Finn Balor to an I Quit match at Extreme Rules before Raw went off the air. Would Edge speared Finn Balor, and that just broke up everything. And that's how everything ended. Uh, yeah, your rating, I'm giving it a B. This episode of Raw. Um, got the big main events, of course. You got the return of Candice LeRae. Ray's feud with Judgment Day continued. While Owens and Gargano picked up a big win on tonight's episode. But yeah, your thoughts as we end off.
Yeah, I thought it was a B. There was not a bad match. The squash matches were supposed to be squash matches. The two big returns, more stories developing. The new White Rabbit clue, which um, again, if anyone is like who is trying to keep up with that, Steve from Wrestle Juice YouTube channel has a good breakdown of what the last clues were about. So definitely check out the channel. And yeah, just everything from about that. I think I'm trying to keep the White Rabbit stuff like put aside because if I'm just judging from the wrestling and what was shown from Raw itself, yeah, it was good. Nothing like amazing, but it was like a B. Like it was a you could tell the changes from Triple H from Vince is really working. And like I think they said that SmackDown had like 2.2 or 2.5 million viewers last week, and this is why they keep hinting at Bray because they're gonna want to see the episode of. Is this the episode he's finally going to show up? Is this going to be it? But also just there to watch good wrestling. It's really NXT like, and now that a lot of the NXT people that Triple H was um, helping mold are there now, it's gonna be great. It just now they just have to make sure they cater to kids, but I think they're making that PG-13 transition soon enough. But they don't need it. So I'm having hope. I'm gonna be watching WWE more now. Now that Vince is gone, and it's more about the wrestling more than instead of just being wacky and goofy. But yeah, I be like my overall grade.
Okay. If, uh, while you are, uh, yeah, shout out your channel and your socials.
Oh yeah, the Out of Time podcast, mostly about football content, specifically Chelsea, but any type of EPL European football is welcome. Uh, yes, you can it's my YouTube channel, the Out of Time podcast. Same with my Instagram. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's the Out of Time PC. And yeah, uh, you know, but of course, make sure to like and subscribe. Handles channels. He's always more active than I am right now. Uh, but yeah, thanks for having me on, Hannah.
Always good. And people, um, please go and check out BC Amplified on YouTube. I think I get most of my stuff from him. He speaks great, everything, um, and yeah, and what, um, yeah, and he's knowledgeable, um, and he's got this great, um, he's really amplified. When he does a show, he's amplified. He's very energetic. So make sure to please go check out him. Um, yeah, he usually uploads a video at 3 4 p.m. him 3 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. my time. In that slot, 3 to 5 p.m., maybe even 6. Usually there's 3 more uploads. Um, because I think that's what morning for him. So yeah, make sure to check him out. Um, really, so yeah, just fancies. You watch wrestling. The channel is good. Yeah. I think I will definitely check out some channels, especially as we are doing more shows. And yeah, we will be back on Saturday. Um, what? Six? Nah, 6 p.m. your time or 6 a.m. your time, somewhere there, just before um Arsenal and Tottenham play. We'll do a WWE show SmackDown review. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, big up everyone who's watching. Yeah, cheers everyone.